This is Crime Cruise Love Boat Exposed.
Saturday on the Love Boat.
The podcast that hunts down and tears apart shenanigans on this classic TV show.
I see an awful lot of bodies who really have nothing to be ashamed of.
When laws, morals, and behavior go rogue.
She's a student of marine biology, and I know a lot of Marines who like to study her biology.
We are there.
Saturday on the Love Boat, Julia's game to join an all-male club, but she's shocked at the things they ask her to do.
Now, from Studio 109, welcome aboard.
I think it's time you and I got to know each other better.
A man gets very lonely at sea.
Yes, I can imagine.
Welcome to Crime Cruise Love Boat Exposed.
High season, low morals.
I am your host, Rob Springer, and with me tonight is...
Shirley Jones.
And not to ever be left out, although he is in the corner, it's producer Caleb.
Hi, yeah. This corner is getting crazy.
We actually just leave him there all week until
It's true.
Tuesdays, and then we just like break him out. Yeah, a little cage.
Yeah.
He's got all his stuff there.
We feed him though.
They get crackers and water. It's basically it.
Yeah, which is very good
Love
for
me some
you.
candy.
Well, for those that haven't seen the show yet, we examine every episode of Love Boat from season 1 in 1978, and every episode we pretty much cover the corresponding episode. We would normally be seeing show 8, but we're actually skipping episode 8, and I'm going to throw it to producer Caleb to explain why we're actually skipping our first episode of the Love Boat.
I think I need some sad music to bring
Oh my
in
gosh,
the
okay.
ambiance. But this
Let's do some
episode,
ambiance.
Love Boat, you know, fun, funny, a lot of slapstick comedy. Not this episode, no. Episode 8 was heartbreaking, nearly brought me to tears. This family lost their son at 8 years old. This little boy was running away from, I'm assuming, an abusive parents. They were fighting, going to a divorce. Well, at the end of the episode, this family who lost their child and this child who ran away came together and started a new family.
So kidnapping.
And there's not a lot of funny in that. That would be illegal.
Yep. Okay. Episode 9.
Episode 9 is where we are at now, and I have no idea what we're about to see. Producer Caleb pulls these clips. There's usually some kind of moral, reprehensible situation, sexual harassment, stowaways.
The doc.
The doc.
He's period. The doc truly
He's like
is.
his own subtopic.
He is. He's always up to some kind
Always
of
up to
shit
some
that's
hijinks, as you
bad
say.
shit.
Yeah.
Some shenanigans, some tomfoolery.
Yes, and that's a light way of saying it. Doc is primarily a rapist.
In the nicest way.
Putting it lightly, yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what we're about to see, but we're going to start rolling from our bin of clips, episode 9, season 1 of The Love Boat.
You look incredible, and I love your hair.
Miss Chapman and Miss Lupton.
Oh, I can't believe we used to call you
Gophers
Tony
watching.
Coke in college. You must have lost 30 pounds since graduation.
No, 35, but I can't relax for a second. There's
Two
thousands
ladies.
of hot fudge sundaes out there with my name on them.
I'm a banana split man myself, but that's
They're not paying attention to
The
Gopher.
liquid protein.
No, it's my own diet, the triple D, desperation, disgust, divorce.
You mean you and Fred, the marriage is...
Yeah, not only are Brett and I, but Neil and I are...
Neil, 2 marriages in 5 years? Toby.
The audacity. Okay, everyone, I do want you to know out there in the world that you can just date people. You don't have to marry everybody. Like, really, you can date people for 2 years. Or 3 years.
Right.
Or 4.
She's
and then
getting
decide
that.
to get the F out.
She's getting a guilt trip thrown on her, and she's like taking it.
Well, she lost weight by what? Desperation, depression, and divorce. That's terrible.
I chose this clip specifically because they were totally making fun of eating, like an eating disorder, a clear eating disorder.
And those
She was
girls can
struggling.
eat a cookie. I'm just saying.
Yes.
It's like, oh my gosh, you lost so much weight. What's your secret? Oh, I have an eating disorder. Ha ha
Oh, no. Ha, 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 ha. I hate myself. Ha, 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 ha.
So if it starts like this, where does this episode go?
Oh, this is like my childhood. This is where we're starting. This is like how all the moms sounded when I was growing up.
Oh, boy.
All of them.
Okay, well, here's
Southern
the
Gothic
second
childhood.
scene. Southern Gothic.
Yeah, that's how the South really rolls.
All right, next scene.
But you changed yet.
I was just reading.
Well, don't you
Jane
professors get
Curtin.
enough of that stuff in the classroom? Let's look at some sunshine.
Saturday Night Live.
Tennyson is very good for the soul.
Well, I don't need something to help my soul. I need something to help my love life.
Right. Hey, let's play romance roulette.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's a great idea. We've got a whole boatload of guys to play it with.
Oh, no romance roulette. Come on. I thought we gave up that nonsense in college.
Hey, what is wrong with picking up a guy, having a little fun, and then dumping him?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Go, girl.
Well, finally, it's a rah-rah scene for you.
It's a very much a rah-rah. I applaud these girls so much more than I did the dudes that went on there because at least, I don't know, it's a different...
I knew you'd like that clip, Charlotte. That's why I had to put it in. I was like, oh, Charlotte's going to get a kick out of this one.
I love it.
Well, at this point, it really is the last thing you'd expect from the Love Boat because it's always the male that's put in that position of taking advantage of, going after, being the hunter. And now the ladies are in the romance.
Full of desperation and
roulette.
depression are going out for guys.
Yeah.
Who are you going to find, babes?
I just want to see what happens next.
I do too.
And it's settled. The code word is screwdriver. Now, the first 3 guys that come up to the bar and ask for a screwdriver, they're ones we're trying to pick up, right?
Right.
Okay, who leads off?
You two start.
No, let's be democratic about this. We'll go by age. You first, Beth.
Yeah. Oh, youngest first.
There's Wilson wants a refill. Orange juice and vodka.
Oh, orange juice and vodka. That's my pee.
No, cheating. You have to
That's
say screwdriver.
the doc at the bar.
Yes. Girls going up to the dock.
Ooh, that looks delicious.
He's drinking on duty. He's a doctor.
Orange juice and vodka.
Well, isn't there a name for that drink?
Yes, it's, Can I have a screwdriver, please?
Now some geeky guy just pulled up.
Of course, that's
Looks
what
like
you call
Woody
it.
Allen.
Screwdriver.
Now you tell me.
Haven't we met someplace before?
She's going to bed him anyway.
I don't know. You ever been to Hackensack?
Hackensack? Well, why don't we sit down and we'll talk about it?
Sir, your drink.
I don't mean to be forward, but can I pick you up?
Can blue serge pick up lint? Excuse my friend, he's not as subtle as
The
I.
lady's hitting on the dock.
Want to see my cabin?
And he's going to get
Want to see my cabin.
going to get laid.
First of all, I like that their code word is screwdriver. Okay, girls, could we be a little bit less conspicuous? I mean, they should have just gone ahead and thrown out the keyword is sex on the beach. Like, how? And my code word is pinball.
For real.
For real.
You've used this.
Wow.
Yes, it's a secret term.
An actual thing, is it?
Well, I mean, pinball is a game
Right.
that involves a lot of balls and things.
Sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've been let in on a deep
Yeah.
We have, yeah.
So pinball is always the code word.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. No screwdrivers here.
This game the 3 ladies are playing continues to be aggressive. We said that in the first scene we saw them in. And
Is it aggressive just because they're women? Would it be
is
as
for,
aggressive?
For 1978, it
Okay,
is.
I just want to go out there.
I mean, it is for 78, but it's good and bold that they're pushing the limits.
Yes, I agree.
I think they needed to find some balance with all the getting laid Doc and Gopher and the Captain are doing.
This was like the sexual revolution, though, right? Like
It really
78,
was.
like kind of.
It really was. And by the way, the one woman I recognized was Jane Curtin from the original cast of the Not Ready for Primetime Players from Saturday Night Live, which started in the 70s in 1975. So she was probably 3 years or so into Saturday Night Live and decided to go out to LA and do the Love Boat. And in a groundbreaking episode, as this turns out.
Yes.
Because these ladies are hot and they are horny and they are on the hunt.
Yes. Go girls.
So what made you decide to become a ship's doctor?
I always had a mission in life to heal the sick and tend to the cute.
He's kissing on her right there.
So that, do we need to do we need to say anything else? It's just the doc
I mean, he's
being
already
the doc.
fondled a Playboy playmate on this show. He's already
forced
had
himself
a
on
stowaway.
someone.
He's already forced himself on people. I think he even had the hots for John Ritter a little bit. Not as much as the captain, but I think he
Oh, he 100% did.
I literally think the doc is just uncontrollable.
We'll be right back with more Love Boat Exposed. Go to loveboatexposed.com to send us a message, leave a voicemail, or learn more about the show and our team. Who knows? You might just be invited to the captain's table.
It's a pleasure to welcome you aboard. I'm speaking for my entire crew.
And it looks like he just came out of his cabin. They just had some hot sex, and now they're going to have some dinner.
Some more hot sex.
And what a job for
They're
the
going
doc.
to dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you guys, dinner.
Supper?
Oh, they're having dinner, all right.
Dinner.
All right, I don't know what guys. So what you're laughing at?
It's a callback to last episode, but sure, Rob, get with the times. Come on, man.
Come on, Rob.
Wow. Okay. Ouch. I'm being attacked. All right. Here's our next scene.
Believe me, this is going to work. There's enough tranquilizer in here to put an elephant to sleep. Now, it's not going to hurt
not sure what
but
we're
it'll
seeing.
put him out like...
But it's the
Now, if it
four
works, I'll
boys.
try it on my father.
The doc, the captain, Isaac, the bartender, and Gopher are trying to capture a German Shepherd.
This should do it, Mr. Flanders.
I don't know what we're seeing.
Who's that?
Oh, now so we're gonna have a tranquilized dude on the toilet.
Can't tell. It's the best chopped sirloin on board. He'll eat it.
Thanks a lot, guys. That was delicious.
Yes, someone's eating it.
And the guy that grabbed the steak off the floor, meant for a dog, is now fainting because the steak had tranquilizer in it. And I think we just saw his nutsack.
He's like a C version of like Ron Jeremy. Do you know what I mean?
I do. That gentleman is from MASH. That was Radar from MASH.
Oh, I'm sorry, Radar. I didn't mean to compare you to Ron Jeremy, but
Gary Berghoff, his name is, and he is a little Ron Jeremy-ish.
But we also just admitted that the doctor uses drugs to tranquilize other people on the ship. Mind you, if it's a dog or not, he still like has no qualms about using the prescriptions on board. Hence, the medical IV.
Right. Dr. Caleb, tell us.
Dr.
Caleb now. He's no longer a producer. You freaking have
I've
graduated.
promoted.
You've been
Wow.
promoted.
Look
Yes.
at me.
This
Look at me
clip
go.
just came on raw, came in hot.
Yes.
And we saw the four boys on the boat, the staff, sliding a steak that's tranquilized into a cabin.
Enough to knock out an elephant,
Right.
as Doc said.
Why is there a dog that they're trying to apprehend? What was that about?
As we saw someone get accidentally roofied, basically.
Yeah.
The background, the context to this is a guard dog or like a police officer's dog escaped, ran away, and somehow ended up on the boat.
Because there's no effing security. Literally anyone can go on that boat. Anyone, children running away from their parents, hired killers, anyone can go on the boat unchecked. So why not a dog?
Charo. Guitar, yeah.
Yeah, and so this dog ended up in this guy's cabin, and it's very aggressive. There was a lot, like, I was hoping, it sounds bad I'm saying this, but I was hoping that there was going to be some, like, borderline animal abuse, because that would have been perfect for the show. There wasn't,
I would have
thankfully.
literally like, gone crazy.
But thankfully there wasn't.
Yeah.
But also, I'm kind of sad there wasn't for the context of this episode, but the dog just stays in this room and is very aggressive. Like, that man who got tranquilized, if he tries to open the door, the dog would just attack him, just try to attack him.
Is that dog's name Annie, by any chance? Because that sounds just like my dog.
Don't go to Charlotte's house.
No
one's going to break into my house, let me tell you. I dare someone.
But yeah, that's the context of this clip of someone getting roofied.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next. It's a dude sitting on the bed.
All right, take it easy.
What's the...
You are a bum and a rat. You're a plummy plumber. A crummy plumber. He knows what I mean.
What's bugging you two?
You are an animal, Frank. The way you treated Regina, I mean, you broke her heart for no good
These are
reason.
two of the ladies.
Big deal, I dumped her. I only beat her to the punch. Isn't that how you play your romance roulette? Yeah. I heard the two of you up on the deck. Just because I'm a working stiff doesn't mean I can be exploited by some chick playing a schoolgirl game.
So yeah, another context to that, the nerdy character, one from SNL, she got with the plumber.
Right.
And plumber overheard the two girls talking about the game, so he was in love with SNL lady, and he was heartbroken. So I would say a little comeuppance, a little other side of the coin, justice for the man, but that was the context to that.
Girls, you never let go of a man that works professionally with his hands for his job.
Carpenter,
I'm just
plumber,
saying, stay with them.
electrician.
100%.
Also, this character, the blue collar guy, let's call him that, dark haired guy, kind of
Rico Suave-ish. Yes.
Sleeves rolled up.
Yeah.
It seems a lot of times through the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, there tends to be generally two kind of guys in these TV shows and these films too. You have the man who's almost somewhat continental, who's the rich guy, and then you have the blue-collar guy that's just, I'm just a bum. You don't like a bum?
Scruffed up, you know.
Yeah, and there's not a lot in between. So we see this with the blue-collar guy who's pissed off, and rightfully so.
When did Streetcar Named Desire come out? Because let me tell you, I never understood why my mom thought that Marlon Brando was so hot. And then I watched that movie, and I was like, damn. But he was like a blue-collar worker, like a plumber. Do you know what I'm saying? He was that total character.
Sure, T-shirt, cigarettes.
Yeah, cigarettes, T-shirt, white T-shirt, black pants. Burned in my memory.
So what makes him stand out like that for you?
Because it's sort of like the same swagger. Like, I don't feel like the other guys that are supposed to be like high class, like Republicans or whatever, like have the same kind of swagger that like these dudes that are like workers have. Right. It's like the bad boy, good guy thing, right? And not even, I'm saying that you guys in your white shirts are good guys. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, it's sort of like that whole stereotypical TV thing, right?
It really is. It falls right in there.
Yeah.
Proved my point. And on to what might be the last clip.
You're right.
I write you every other day.
No. You write a poem every
Jane
other
Curtin
day. You write me
and
every
the
day.
blue-collar guy.
Okay.
He's happy now.
Oh, by the way, I took another look at your drain this morning while you were at breakfast, and I found your ring.
Oh, no. That's an engagement ring, and it's not mine.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it is now. If you'll accept.
Frank.
She's saying yes with her lips.
Is that what you got from that, Rob? I'm glad. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just making sure that we're expressing ourselves appropriately.
They're kissing again. Look at that. Wow, that's a nice...
I also feel like every blue-collar dude back in the day, like in those shows, were always named Frank. Right? Always Frank.
Yeah, it seemed like he was maybe a plumber, too.
Always. And like always slightly Italian. Just a little bit.
Easily.
Yeah, totally.
And that wraps up episode 9.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a good that was a good show.
I put that clip in as a little, again, it was
a little bow, Caleb?
Well, potentially a nice little bow on it, but
okay.
A little, I felt personally attacked. They've known each other for less than a week and they're getting married. Sounds a lot like Provo, Utah.
That sounds a lot. Oh, and he's our resident person that knows about these things.
I lived in Utah for 2 years, so I saw many very early proposals. So Provo, Utah, I'm calling you out. Yep. That was a direct attack to me and the place I lived.
And guys, you can't just date people. Just saying again. You can't just date them.
Please do not propose to someone you met on a cruise. This is very specific, but please do not propose to someone on a cruise you've met for less than a week. That's like proposing to someone you just met in rehab. Like, you don't do those things. I mean, if you're on like Love is Blind or one of those like proposed in 90 days, something like engaged in 90, whatever those shows are, then
or like Love at First Sight, you get married to somebody you've never seen before. That's called like arranged marriage. Like that's
okay for. I'll say that's okay in quotation marks for the publicity and for the fame and for the drama and that stuff, but. No, just not in real life. Provo, step up your game.
Come on, Provo.
So you would agree more with the Doc's approach to life?
He does not agree with any of this. What are you talking about? No, we don't agree with the Doc's approach.
You try out a lot and then decide
I don't think that's what Caleb is saying.
I was kind of hearing that. Okay.
The difference between me and the Doc is morals. There's a lot of differences.
Well said, producer Caleb.
There's my my moral of the episode. There we go. Life morals with Caleb. Have morals. That's it.
High morals with Caleb. No low ones. Just high ones.
Well, I don't know where episode 10 is going to go.
But I'm excited for it.
We'll find out. We keep like upping the ante of hijinks, of the competitions.
Please say shenanigans, just because you say it every time.
Tomfoolery, too.
Tomfoolery, we're now throwing in.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Crime Cruise Love Boat Exposed. We'll see you again next week.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend.
We're sailing away, but we will be back with a new episode of Crime Cruise Love Boat Exposed. Make sure to subscribe. We're on all your favorite podcast platforms. And connect with us at loveboatexposed.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure, but I have duties on the bridge. Good evening.